Video. This is the Rope Masters videoKast, your source for the best in rope skipping instruction. Hosted by world champion Peter Nessler.
Mike Fry is back. He's going to be teaching some single rope skills this time, and Mike is an amazing single rope jumper. He can do all sorts of different crossing rope release skills. I started doing a lot of rope release stuff, and I've been just amazed at the stuff that he can do. I really enjoy it. I picked up a lot of skills from just watching him, and he does a really cool one for the varsity. Is doing some wraps, doing the Awesome Annie, and with some stuff I hadn't seen before, and it's stuff that I'm still working on. Very, very cool tricks, and I know you'll really enjoy this.
JV skill.
The Crougar is a jump rope skill performed on one leg with your arm placed underneath the other leg. Now what you want to do before you even start or trying to jump this skill is bring the rope over your head, choose one leg to lift up, and the same arm to go underneath that leg. It can be either arm and either leg, but as long as it's the same arm underneath the same leg. So I'm going to start with my left leg lifted up. I'm going to also put my left arm underneath my left leg. Now you want to make sure that the rope can get all the way around your body, so when you put your left arm underneath your left leg, you want to make sure that your arm's all the way through as much as you can get it, and from this point you're just going to jump over the rope on your one leg. So I'll bring the rope over and jump. That's the Crougar. Now you also need to be able to get out of this skill, so there are several different ways to get out of it. One way you can get out of it is by doing a side swing. So we'll bring the rope over, jump, and side swing out to the opposite side. So since I'm using my left leg to go underneath, I'm going to swing the rope out to my right side. One thing to remember is to make sure that you do not put your left foot down until your arm is completely out of the way and the rope is out of the way. And what will happen if you do that is we jump, put your foot down, the rope gets caught. So you need to make sure that your left leg stays up until the rope is completely clear of your leg. So here we swing out, and then we can put our foot down. And at that point, you can continue jumping. So with a few jumps in front of it, it would look like this. Side swing, jump. And again, you can do this on the other leg. So here's what it would look like underneath your right leg. That's one way you can get out of the Crougar. Another way is by doing a front cross. So for this, we'll do our left leg and our left arm again. We'll jump over the Crougar, and to get out of it, we'll take the arm that's underneath our left arm that's underneath our left leg and cross that below our right arm and just jump a front cross. So we jump over the Crougar, make sure we get a big cross and jump that afterwards. Again, you want to make sure that you don't put your left leg down until the rope is ready to be crossed. So if we put our leg down too soon, we'll end up like that and the rope will get tangled around us. So again, we want to make sure that the rope is completely out and ready to go into the cross before we put our leg down. So with a few jumps in front, it'll look like that. That's the left leg, and then the right leg, just like that. And that's how you do the Crougar.
Varsity skill.
For the varsity skill, we'll be doing an Awesome Annie with wraps. Now with this one, you're going to want to choose which leg you'll be starting with and which trick you'll be starting with. I'm going to demonstrate it starting with the Crougar. I'll do a wrap within the Crougar, then I'll switch over to the toad on the opposite leg, which will be my right leg, do the wrap in the toad, and then finish the trick with just a regular toad. So the first thing you're going to do, take a few jumps to start off, do your first Crougar. I'm choosing to start off with the Crougar, and I'm going to start with my left leg up. I'll jump one time on my left leg, just a regular Crougar, and then I'll jump another time on that leg to give the rope a chance to wrap around my foot. What you want to make sure to get the wrap is that your foot is actually sort of sticking out. Usually when you're doing a Crougar, you want it in and maybe to have your toe pointed down. But for this one, to make sure that it can wrap, you're going to have your foot sort of pointed out. So for that first wrap, it'll look like this. Take a few jumps, Crougar, and wrap. So now at this point, it's wrapped one time around your left foot. Now to get out of this first skill and into the toad, you're going to swing your right arm over your head and sort of kick your left leg in front of your body like that. And that'll take it off of your leg so it's not completely wrapped anymore, and then you can jump into your toad from there. So I'll show you the first part, which is the Crougar wrap into the toad. Take a few jumps, jump, wrap, we swing over, and switch to the toad. So that's the first part. If you want to break it down into two separate skills, you can really do the Crougar with the wrap and then the toad with the wrap. So one more time, it looks like this. jump it, let it wrap, swing to the side, into a toad, and come out of it. Now at that point, you're in a toad, and you want to do a toad wrap. So I'll show you from the toad wrap on. So we'll start with the toad with our right leg up. We're going to jump one toad one time on our with our left leg down, and then we'll wrap the rope one time and sort of do a similar thing to get out of this one. So take a few jumps, toad, let it wrap. Now to get out of that one, it's a little bit different. I'll show it sort of slowed down. We jump the first toad and then the second toad. Now at this point, the rope is behind us, and we have the rope wrapped around our one leg. Now at this point, we're going to sort of bring it over our head like that and go into a Crougar and then back into a toad and out. So I'll show you that one more time. So we go here, jump it, swing around, switch to your other foot, and come out in the toad. So to combine the two skills, you just do one after the other. You finish the Crougar wrap in the toad, and as soon as you're in your toad, you just continue with the toad wrap. So together it would look like this. And that is the Awesome Annie with wraps.
For more information, check out www.jumprm.com.